Will start us off. Let's play pickleball. And Leah Jansen on the left here, sir.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised there, Dave. It does make me wonder if Hurricane Tyra is 100% just because she's always preferred that left side. The scouting report on her is that her forehand dink is a little bit suspect still, so look for Lucy and Callie to test that side.
Just wide, but moving very well to go back to a pinpoint lob from Lucy Kovalova.
Yeah, great choice by Lucy there. And yeah, didn't see any ailments in the movement from Hurricane Tyra, so we'll disregard.
Way too high from Callie Smith there, and both Lucy and Callie had a very disappointing day in mixed doubles yesterday, so fresh players.
Sometimes there is a little bit of that carryover from other events. This is their last chance to make their mark on this tournament.
Callie Smith's been going to the two-handed backhand more, both in the air and off the ground. We'll keep an eye on that. Something she has definitely worked on because she knew that that was a target for her opponents.
And normally when a player makes a significant change like that, there's a while where there's a dip in level. It gets worse before it gets better, but credit to her. I haven't seen a significant dip in her game since making that change.
And high dinks are getting destroyed, and what a great start for the 2 seed. Well, you got to dig out of, so Kovalova back to the line on a 1.
And Hurricane Tyra played an out ball in that middle of that exchange, but no harm done.
Yep, lived to tell about it, despite the scream in her left ear from Leah Jansen.
We've all been there.
Yes.
Part of the game.
Really good from Callie Smith, and when she plays aggressive, she is a better player, and you saw it there, even speeding up off the bounce.
Much needed side out there for Jansen and Hurricane Tyra. See if they can get on the board here in this possession.
Well, the hamstring looks good because that's one of the hardest balls to get to, and we also saw Hurricane warnings on the left coast here on the left side of the court there, so we'll see if that continues. We thought that might be the way they started the match, and the scoreboard gave them a reason to go to it.
You know, absolutely. I was a little surprised we started a different way, but we'll see how they do with the side switch. Yeah, that to me is the difference. Is Hurricane Tyra, it's not about just making dinks at this level, Dave. It's really about applying pressure with dinks, and I think she can do that much more in her comfort zone with the backhand side.
Leah Jansen going for that serve, obviously worked on it a lot when she played singles. She will play in the finals since she qualified, so we will see her back on the singles court in a couple of weeks.
I've definitely missed seeing her battle it out on the singles court.
Beautiful day outside, packed stadium. We love to see that as well.
Players love it too. I mean,
yes.
they can really feed off that energy, and it just elevates the level of pickleball.
So it's a little bit sloppy here. A lot of misses. Obviously, Kovalova and Smith have a comfortable lead, so they're not going to complain about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you see the last error coming off the middle dink. We've seen the side switch. We know it's a new partnership. Always a good idea to test that middle early, and we just haven't seen Jansen and Black play to the level that they're capable of yet.
6-1-2.
Oh, okay, so this is going to be a replay after all of that because the ball bounced back into the net and then sat on the bar. It has to hit the ground twice, so you'll see that right there before Lucy touched it. In fact, it sat there for a while just to make sure everyone saw it. Great defense. Maybe that can propel Black and Jansen, and they do get the ball back. So interesting time for Lucy Kovalova right now as her partner on and off the court, Matt Wright's playing a quarterfinal on another court, so no ability for either party to
They can't support one another.
Exactly.
I'm sure they're there in spirit, right? As much as they can be.
Let's hope so. And the Kovalova lob, which she's been using a lot more over the last 5-6 months, right on point.
Yeah, I think she's 2 for 2 already. And again, just seeing a lot of air under the ball from Hurricane Tyra, and it's allowing Smith and Kovalova to really dictate at will at the moment.
A lot of air there again, but gets bailed out from the two-handed backhand of Jansen.
Yeah, really nice slide and counter there from Leah Jansen. Kovalova trying her best to jam her, but didn't work out.
2-6-2.
And another just very floaty dink from Hurricane. So we'll keep an eye on that. But guess who's going to keep getting the ball? She is.
Especially on that forehand side, which is in the middle at the moment.
And this is one of those times where, hey, we're all pros here. If somebody's struggling a little bit, just feed the ball there.
Yeah, no reason for Smith and Kovalova to change things up. Force your opponents to adjust to you.
That's why we love the firefights in women's doubles there. And then too much on the last one, as Callie Smith couldn't get on top of that. She had a great look at a forehand now.
Yeah, all 4 of these ladies have some very strong hands. Expect some more of those good firefights as this match progresses.
Yeah, another outball played there as Callie Smith with the one-handed backhand flick can be good and can be high.
Yeah, I mean, I love that she has that in her arsenal, but when you're attacking that one below your knees, it gets a little bit dicey.
8-2-2.
So you just let your opponent bail you out by hitting an outball, you know, it happens. Amazing scrap from Callie Smith over there, but there you saw the power of Black.
Yeah, and great point construction. She really leaned in well, was in control of that kitchen rally, and a nice angled finish on the overhead from Jansen.
Second serve.
Unfortunately, it's high, high, and higher.
Yeah, and at this point, down 2-8, they're really going to need to string several good points together. They just can't seem to keep that quality rhythm.
Again, the discipline, return the ball to Black, who just cannot find the lower part of the court at all.
Yeah, it's, clearly still trying to find her range. You'd rather miss high than in the net, but when you're missing that high, you got to kind of change your mental target at some point.
Maybe drive it. I mean, sometimes that drop, you're just not feeling it. So there are options there. That stayed in, so nice shot from Black there, and maybe, just one nice forehand volley. It was an aggressive backhand. And Lucy had a great look at that. Just enough spin to keep it in. That pickle paddle of hers. That misses wide, 9-2.
Yeah, normally Hurricane Tyra is all over that. Has a great compact forehand counter. It's going to be tough for Callie Smith to keep speeding up there cross court.
Yeah, that's one that, let's just say she got away with it. Well out, and we are quickly in a quarterfinal to a game point here.
10-2-2. Side out.
Well, I would expect some returns to the lady in black, Miss Black, right there. Maybe this is a chance to find the range before you get to game two. And Leia said you're not even going to have to hit one.
Well, she did use the drive drop combo, Dave, like you were asking for, but again, the drop just having a lot of air under it. Even when it lands in the kitchen, if the apex of the shot sits up so high, your opponents can still stay on the attack.
Whoa. Okay, seems no worse for wear on that fall. And you saw Jansen's like aware that they have a problem, so she was very aggressive on the thirds, but that did not get them to the kitchen either. Second try to close out the first game.
Jansen staying on the left there, and just given how out of rhythm Hurricane Tyra is, I expect them to stay with this a little bit longer.
10-2-2.
And that will do it. It was quick.
The old GOAT in Simone Jardim with, most people would say a top three player in Anna Bright. So you're going to see Anna Bright play probably more the alpha role in that one, but we've seen Simone Jardim play on the highest stages so many times. It's going to be fun to see what kind of chemistry they come out with as a duo.
Very close on the center line there. I don't know how a referee could overturn that, but that looked like it might have caught a piece of that, but Leia Jansen called it out, and at 0-0, Lucy's going to play on. Sometimes the ball don't lie.
Yep, might have been a case of that there.
It's a good attack down from Tyra Black. They just need to get in some points. Zero rhythm, just scrapping at their feet for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we know what this team is capable of. They did not show that in game one. I expect them to come out a lot stronger here in game number two.
So you saw a lob, you saw a drive, so get rid of the drop if it's not there. It's a good self-aware there for Tyra Black. But the drive went about 2 feet deep there.
Yeah, still very much searching for some rhythm.
got what they wanted, and they got Callie Smith returning to Leia. Like, this is when you need to be disciplined on the other side. If somebody's struggling, every return's got to go over there.
No, I agree. I mean, Leia was able to get to the kitchen line, but again, Lucy Kovalova having success attacking Hurricane Tyra.
Oh, and Lucy jumped in front. Callie is such a good mover. She was there an hour early despite being well into the green part of the court before that.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication. Lucy thought she was helping out, but didn't need to, I guess, on that occasion.
And the threat, probably the best earning mover of all the ladies is Callie Smith.
Yeah, I agree. And that's what's going to happen more often than not is may not even touch the ball, but just the threat of jumping there can impact the play and create an error. That's one thing that never goes away for Hurricane Tyra. Plenty of finishing power and doing a good job of keeping Kovalova and Callie Smith back with that backhand roll out of the air. She's got a good one-hander.
She does, and then just to finish against these two who can usually track something down, that was nice. Can that propel her forward? Wow, wildly high on the drive now. That's, I'm sure, I mean, it's not a surprise that she's getting the ball. It's just a matter of what is going to work.
Much better drive there.
Okay, got a lot of touches there. And sometimes that can be it. Sometimes just driving it cross court, because guess what? Geometry is your friend. It's farther distance.
And both the points they've scored have been off of some loose errors. So let's see if they can build on that. Not yet, anyways.
Yeah, and Jansen knows if she gets any of the returns, she's got to be clean, so that puts a little more pressure on her. Love the disguise. It looked like maybe a drop shot. That was nice from Black there.
Yeah, intentionally didn't hit it as hard to make that angle more extreme.
This, of course, with the 2 seed, is in the opposite side of the draw from Waters and Parento. And just somebody smashed the turbo button on Callie Smith there.
Yeah, first couple volleys from Jansen and Black were not strong. Smith kept attacking, and a great reaction volley to finish it off by Hurricane Tyra.
You don't usually see a reset lob there, but Black got away with that one right there.
You know, I don't necessarily hate it when you realize your opponents are struggling to put the ball away. You can kind of hit it as you're moving backwards and just buy yourself some time.
So despite the troubles, this isn't a football game where the first quarter and the second quarter are additive. You can throw away game number 1, and they're up 3-2 here in game 2.
It's actually great news for Jansen and Black because we know they can play worlds better to what they showed in that first game.
There's another one of these reset, and Lucy, was that in or out? I couldn't tell.
An emphatic out call from Lucy Kovalova.
So they finally get off 2 there.
And to me, it's it's a mistake for Smith and Kovalova to get antsy and to try to do too much right now. If Jansen and Black wake up and play what they're capable of, very capable of still winning this match, I would continue to just make balls and make the opposing team create offense.
Another speed up from Callie Smith there. So they're asking for it with shot selection and pace selection here. So 3 up here, going to the other side.
Yeah, I feel like, again, if a team's struggling with the fundamentals, why let them just be an athlete where they can react to what you're doing? We'll see if that comes back to hurt them here in game 2.
First slowed down point does go to Jansen and Black as Kovalova pulls that wide.
Yeah, better job working the point from all 4 ladies.
Boy, and that was just begging to be crushed there, but now the errors have gone to the other side.
Yeah, we saw Callie Smith show a one-handed roll earlier from a low position. I think she would have been better served to go with the one hand at that height. Don't get as much reach with the two-hander. Generally are taking the ball at a lower height.
Yeah, and Leia Jansen's a little frustrated. There's a lengthy discussion between the pitching coach and the pitcher going on the other side of the court right now, but they did not force that to be considered a timeout. And tremendous scrap from the other side. And not only is the pitching coach and the pitcher going to have a discussion, we're calling timeout and everybody's going to gather in the benches.
But, I think that's about 4 points they've given away this game off of our probably 2 best plus 40 players that we have in pickleball are going to take on the young guns. Should be a fun one.
Nice use of the front part of the court there for Hurricane Tyra Black. So who cares if you can't make a third? You're throwing lobs up and you're defending.
Yeah, the lob has surprisingly been a huge storyline in this matchup.
Second serve.
Maybe should have gone with the lob again. I don't know,
Why
Dave.
not?
It's where they've got more than half their points so far.
She loves that little cut serve as well. Oh no, and another miss, and that onyx is chucked to the ground by Kovalova.
Yeah, there's more than one way to win points, and right now Jansen and Black have won the majority of their points just being scrappy and fighting for every point.
This is where that 130 plus matches played together can come in handy, or you can just dribble one off the tape, one or the other.
That also comes in pretty handy,
So a little smile there and smirk, but the hole is 5 points as Callie Smith steps to the line.
3-8-1. Second serve.
Yeah, I think just a little bit too early on the trigger pull there from Callie Smith, attacking cross court into Hurricane Tyra's body. The one thing she always seems to do well is counterpunch, and I think playing into your opponent's strength a little bit there. And again, an early trigger pull in a marginal position, and Hurricane Tyra has made him pay both times.
Is there a shot clock that we don't know about that's like you can't dink more than 3 times, and you have to fire at Hurricane Tyra Black?
Yeah, Callie Smith had a ball with a pretty high bounce, wasn't sure what to do, decided to be patient with it, and then Jansen took the initiative and pushed her back on the very next ball. So struggling for that decisiveness in their point construction right now are Lucy Kovalova and Callie Smith.
Love that serve drive combination, because if you spin it out and Hurricane Tyra Black does that better than most, they are having to hit it on the dead run. Just got to make the two-way down the line.
Yeah, great serve in your toolbox when you know your opponents are going to be unwinding the stack, especially.
Pretty from Kovalova there with the disguise.
Yeah, we talked about how comfortable she is on that right side. Very good at those misdirection attacks. Not everyone has those in their arsenal.
Yeah, I'm going to go on record as saying on the women's side, she has hit more balls on the right side of the court than anyone on earth.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that math. She's been at it for a long time, loves the right side in women's, and almost always plays that with Matt Wright in mixed doubles.
And there's a little fire, and maybe that's what it takes. I mean, again, that one was up enough where cracking it cross court makes a little more sense.
Yeah, well above the height of the net. She can completely put all her strength into it. Different situation than some of her earlier attacks.
Second serve.
Hurricane Tyra again keeping Kovalova and Smith back with that one-handed backhand roll.
4-9-2.
Twice she has gone with, this is going to be crushed down the line, or is it?
Kind of an underrated part of the game. Some of those visually disguised misdirection finishes have been a big difference here in game number 2. Great dig by Jansen.
Second serve.
Got a little antsy probably on the finish there. Wanted that ball probably to be just a couple inches higher to go ahead and initiate that attack.
You're going to jump out of your skin with some of the shot selection here, Coach McKenzie.
I'm being diplomatic, Dave.
This is one of those where somebody's name's going to go to the right. It doesn't matter how well you played. You're going to get to play in a semi. Who can go grab it right now?
4-9-1.
Unbelievable gut from Lucy Kovalova, because everybody thought we were going to get a desperation ATP there, and she was able to curl it back.
Somehow gets the ball to bounce in the middle of the court on the other side, get back to neutral, and win the point for her team. That's huge in moments like this. Yeah, another very ambitious attack from Lucy Kovalova, and Jansen says, thank you very much.
Thank you. Love those. Right into the two-handed backhand wheelhouse. See that Callie Smith anchoring that offhand on the hip with the cut. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think, you know, you're in those extended rallies, you want to get comfortable. There's actually several players that I've seen will kind of just position that hand there, keeps you balanced, and, you know, maybe a style point or two.
And a little run here coming from Smith and Kovalova.
Some different types of attacks, but don't need to trigger pull too early, and respect the hands of Jansen and Hurricane Tyra Black.
Beautiful combo there, and that was a great attack. And you go back 3 rallies to that unbelievable get of Lucy Kovalova. That's produced 3 and still going here. Within 1. Okay, so we're getting...
Yeah, very close to that sideline.
After video review, the call on the court stands. The ball was...
Oh. Yeah, I'm telling you, Callie is the one that made that call, too.
I did not realize that. That's a tougher pill to swallow from her vantage point. So
Tyra Black is stunned.
Yeah, I was afraid this might happen.
Yeah.
When you're sure of something and then it doesn't go your way, it's tough to move past that mentally.
So this is going to be really, I mean, she when she heard stand, she's like, in stands, right? And they're like, no.
Yeah, and to have to regroup and play your best pickleball at 9-all, just 2 points away from being eliminated.
Are they walking off the court? What's happening? So they are asking for head referee, but again, to hopefully explain a little bit of this. I think it's going to stay at 9-9 too.
After video review, the out call stands. Challenge is lost and a timeout is lost. No timeouts. No timeouts. Resume play at 9-9-2.
Took us a long time to get there, but with everything we saw, and again, the call was very close. This is where we should be from the process.
9-9-2.
Wow. And a crazy inside-out winner from Kovalova, who is pointing at where the handle hits the rest of the paddle as the spot it hit, and we are at match point. Wow, that stays in. And they win it on a net cord. Are you kidding me? And